You probably noticed an interesting pattern emerging in the world today. Things are happening that were unthinkable in the late 2010s. When political correctness first hit the internet, saying anything red pill related felt like breaking the law. But things appear to have changed, as evidenced by Andrew Tate's rapid rise to fame. Now we have guys like Mgtow and Hamza, as well as many gurus, appearing and preaching about female nature and masculinity, which the gurus of old would never have imagined doing. Things have changed. The red pill movement has taken over the internet, and more men are following its principles. For all the new guys out there and other watchers, let me explain why the red pill movement has been so effective internationally. The first reason is somewhat controversial. The red pill used to exist only in the corners of the internet because it was primarily a Western movement. But now the internet is becoming more and more accessible globally, and guys from all over the world are getting exposed to it. I believe they have made significant contributions to the red pill movement. Only rich people outside of the West could afford computers and phones in the 2000s. But now we have guys from all walks of life coming up. These guys are coming from the bottom, and they understand what the movement preaches. They weren't born rich and blessed, so they have a lot to relate to in this movement. Couple this with the fact that everyone in the third world isn't as insane as the West is when it comes to feminism, so they agree with our message. But even if we take this factor out, the most important reason for the red pill's growth will always be one: its message is potent. It's a complete guide that makes sense to a lot of men out there. Everything about it is based on personal experience and a deeper understanding of evolutionary biology and human nature. It is not like feminism or the current transgender and other political movements. It makes sense. It is not attempting to lead humanity somewhere that makes no sense to us. When we think of support movements and pop culture movements, they're always dominated by females, even with hobbies and pastimes we created for ourselves. It's not at all masculine. Ask yourself, watching shows, playing games, and reading books to spend time, there's nothing masculine about these. There's nothing wrong with doing them, but men in the past didn't spend their entire free time doing those things. Men are defined by their thirst for adventure and teamwork. They like to build and conquer. These are critical elements that are lacking in today's society. There are almost no pure, hardened masculine men left, no mere mentors. These guys have been through a lot, so their advice made sense. We'd have left-leaning intellectual counselors and PE instructors in schools who can't even run a mile themselves. There is no motivation to adopt habits that make men happy, and there is no guidance for young men to learn something. Assist him in transitioning from a boy to a man, but mentorship does not end with young guys. Many old guys out there are lost in life. Some men are stuck in relationships they don't want. One man cried in front of his girlfriend, and she dumped him. He's furious and hurt, and he can't understand how a woman who loved him for 3 years could do this to him. Then there are the veterans who lost their life savings due to marriage and are now living in some rundown apartment somewhere, wondering why their life went downhill like this. The red pill is the hub for all of these men. It's the ultimate bridge and mentor for men in the 21st century. It's a place for men who've learned the truth, who've understood the true nature of females and the modern legal system, and who want to teach young men, but more importantly, they want young men to embrace their masculinity. Every young man wants that but doesn't know how to get it. He's been told that traditional masculine traits are toxic and should not be embraced in the modern world, but deep down he longs for a place to express his aggression and embrace his sexuality. The red pill teaches him how to do so. It will lift him out of his rut and tell him to lift and care for himself. Once he has done so, he will learn about the true nature of women. We don't want to scare him or make him hate women, but we do want him to understand that no matter what women say, this is how they will really act. This is how they will really treat you. This is how she will judge you. All of this is going to happen. So if you want to be successful with women, you need to understand what women really want so you don't end up like one of those guys who got burned by a woman. For guys who are already in a relationship, the red pill helps them become the dominant person in the relationship and embrace their masculine side. In this way, we are helping men realize their true potential and teaching them what they are capable of. The other thing is to inform them about divorce laws, harassment cases, rape accusations, and jail time until we have a large number of followers. These are things that every man should be aware of so that he does not fall victim to them. Today's courts are totally biased. A woman's word trumps a man's. All it takes for a woman to ruin a man's entire life and career is for her to accuse him of something he did not do or to cheat on her husband. She will destroy both his heart and his financial situation at the same time, leaving him with nothing. These are things that have actually happened to real men. We need to inform men about the reality of the world until we have a large enough following to gain a political majority. Today, Twitter seizes every opportunity to normalize everything. It's difficult to know what is even normal amidst this insanity. However, you can rely on the red pill to guide you through the things that are not normal. We may still be able to make a difference and save the Western world from modern insanity. Don't forget to hit the like button to help spread the word about this video. Thank you for taking your daily dose of red pills, and remember that a red pill a day keeps bad poker hands away. So have a good rest of your day and cheers.